Antony continues to divide opinion at Manchester United, 6 months on from his £86 million transfer move to Old Trafford and reunion with former Ajax manager Erik Ten Hag. Whenever Manchester United sign any player, an enormous amount of pressure ensues upon them to deliver. When they cost £86 million, there's even more. Unlike Paul Pogba, Harry Maguire and Romelu Lukaku, the club's previous budget-busting signings, Antony was relatively unknown before his name appeared on the back pages in the weeks following Erik Ten Hag's appointment at Old Trafford. Ten Hag was the man to bring the Brazilian winger to Ajax as a teenager in the summer of 2020, and the Dutch Giants were well aware of the new Red Devils' boss' desire for a reunion in Manchester. Having already poached teammate Lisandro Martinez for an hefty £57 million, Ajax held firm at their asking price for Antony, and the deal seemed off, as United turned their interest to Cody Gakpo, then of PSV Eindhoven and now of Liverpool. That was until back-to-back defeats to Brighton and Brentford, prompting the Old Trafford hierarchy to submit to Ajax's demands and break their all-time transfer record after the player went on strike to push for the move. If you tipped it to be a hotly debated transfer, you weren't wrong. Soaring start. Signed, sealed and delivered, Ten Hag wasted no time in unleashing the Brazil international on Arsenal for his full debut. Deployed in his preferred position on the right flank, Antony met expectations and made a start in living up to his price tag, one which has been blamed by clubs around the world for over-inflating the transfer market, by managing to score just 35 minutes into his Premier League bow. 2 more goals in the next pair of top-flight games, one of which was a sizzling long-range strike during the 6-3 humiliation at the hands of rivals Manchester City, made him the first United player to score on his first 3 Premier League appearances. There was a dwindling amount of arguments over whether the 22-year-old, who made his name as an exciting attacker while starring for Sao Paulo in his homeland, was worth a hassle. Spinning out of control. His soaring start was a promise of more, but the inevitable rough patch soon arrived. Starting a home clash with Sheriff Tiraspol in the Europa League, Antony felt the confidence to put on a show for the Old Trafford crowd. Pulling off 2 trademark spins with seemingly no reason to do so, the mercurial talent completed his pirouette to woos from spectators, but embarrassingly passed the ball out of play. It prompted a sigh and shake of the head from his manager, and prompted fury from a United legend, Paul Scholes. Having already labelled Antony a one-trick pony in reference to constantly cutting inside on his left foot, Scholes blasted to BT Sport, "I don't know what he's doing. It's ridiculous. It's showboating. That's not skill or entertainment, it's just being a clown." Ten Hag hooked him at halftime and vowed to correct Antony. The ex-Sao Paulo starlet didn't feature again for United until after the World Cup due to injury, meaning he had plenty time to defend his samba skills. "We are known for our art," Antony wrote on Instagram. "And I won't stop doing what got me to where I am." Match of the Day host Gary Lineker also leapt to his defense, tweeting, "It's great. Love seeing skills on the pitch. Football is entertainment and supposed to be fun." Promising return. Enduring Brazil's quarter-final heartbreak at the World Cup with a penalty shootout defeat to Croatia, Antony returned to a wintry Manchester with a bit between his teeth. 2023 started with a bang for him, enjoying another brief scoring run with strikes against Everton and Charlton in cup competitions to extend the Red Devils' winning run to 8 games and boost their chances of silverware. Since then, though, it's been downhill, and rapidly. Largely anonymous in the Manchester Derby, the former Ajax prodigy failed to help United make it 10 wins on the bounce in a frustrating 1-1 draw with Crystal Palace, instead making headlines for argument with his own teammate and captain. Spat. Angry with Bruno Fernandes after the stand-in skipper played a wayward pass, the duo got into some verbal sparring midway through the first half. As Antony appeared to call Fernandes a mother in their native Portuguese tongue, fans began to wonder if a rift was forming. Celebrating together when the latter gave Ten Hag the lead soon after, all seemed well, and according to their boss, it was much ado about nothing. They are both players who play with a heart and, when they bring that on the game, they are on their best, so it's always a kind of balance, Ten Hag cleared up. And always between players, sometimes emotions flare up, but I think, in the second moment, they are already good with each other, so that is not a problem. I think definitely the players are not frustrated with Antony. The Dutchman may claim that United's players aren't frustrated with him, but supporters and pundits certainly are. Here come the critics. 4 days after the draw away to Palace, Antony flopped again in the visit to Arsenal, which was built as a match which could have huge implications on the Premier League title race. Losing 3-2 thanks to conceding a last-minute goal for the second successive game, former Red Devils defender Bruno Fernandes lost his patience. The concerning thing for me with somebody like Antony is that he can't beat anyone, and for a Brazilian that's surprising, Fernandes bemoaned on his 5 YouTube show. He just doesn't beat anyone, and I'm sitting there thinking, was that always the way? I've seen clips of him when he was at Ajax and he was somebody who used to beat people. I saw Thomas Partey, who I wouldn't put down as like a roaster, a sprinter, absolutely burst past him, and I'm thinking, whoa, Antony hasn't got much power in them legs. So, yeah, he's a tricky winger, but tricky wingers, you want them to still be able to beat the defender. While there was already a mounting wave of criticism before the ex-United centre-back offered his verdict, his remarks appeared to give license for fellow pundits to go in on the struggling star. Is Antony a YouTube footballer? Former Premier League striker Darren Bent was asked on TalkSport. A little bit, yeah, he replied. You clip all the best bits of a footballer and you look at it on YouTube and go, wow, I can't believe we're signing him. But where's the substance in between? Where's the end product? I know he started off alright at United, couple of good goals, but where's the end product? Thank you for watching our videos. Subscribe to our channel to get notifications when we post newest videos. Thank you and goodbye.
We've been holding up for the girls for a minute, been a little uptight. She laid up for me when a little too far, felt her up just to send me in the danger zone to go crazy for a minute. If your heart is in low, you will end up much deeper than before. Plus you look out, ladies can be boring. The way you make me feel, maybe just takes my breath away. You could keep it up, we can build a calm refuge. Now we must face what is going. I know, yeah, ain't broken up now, it's just about to